in the court of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, if the whole world got together to shed blood of one Muslim, Allah Azza wa Jal will gather all of the people and He will throw them face first into the fire of hell. That is what you are worth. That is what your blood is worth. That is what a Muslim is worth. That if anyone shed blood of one Muslim, Allah Azza wa Jal, He will throw everyone in the fire of hell. And my dear Islamic brothers, today, our lives, the way we react, the way we act, that is telling us that we are Muslims second, we are something else first. Another beautiful narration from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the hadith. For those people who want to hang around with gangs, for those brothers who want to hang around with them kind of people who have a cigarette and a girl in the other hand, for those brothers who think that they rule the whole world, for those brothers who think that to be a gangster is something to be proud of, to be a gangster, to go on the streets, to have fights, to kill someone, to hit someone, they think this is a joke. Listen to this hadith very, very carefully. Hazrat Sayyiduna Faqih Abu Lays Samarkandi rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, in his book Qurratul Uyun, he narrates that the beloved of Allah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam has stated, there is no doubt that on the Pur Sirat, the bridge that separates heaven from hell, there are shackles of fire. Whosoever has taken even a single dirham in a haram, a shackle of fire will be placed on his feet, with the result that it will pull him into the fire of hell. If he does not have any good deeds, a person who steals money, who robs people, or someone who has borrowed some money of someone, but he doesn't have the intention to return that money back to them. This hadith relates to these kind of people as well. There's so many people. We borrow money of someone, we know we're not going to give it back to them. And then these people, they come and then we start lying. So from one sin, you are committing another sin. If someone comes up to you, I gave you £100, can I have it back? Oh yeah, I'll give it to you tomorrow. You know that you're not going to give it. So what you are doing is you are digging your own grave deeper and deeper. And the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, if he says that if he does not have that money in the dunya to return that, he doesn't want to return that money, on the day of judgment, it will be not money. It will be your deeds. It will be your good deeds that will be given to that person. And it says that that person, he will stand in the court of Allah and he will say, Ya Allah, I want revenge. What will you do on that day? What will you do on that day that if that person stands up and he asks for revenge? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says that if someone, he takes one dirham, just to make it easier, one penny. If you take someone's penny and you don't pay him back in the dunya, on the day of judgment, that penny will be worth 700 namaz with the jama'ah. Are we going to repay that back? And if we look into our lives, we can't even remember when was the last time we read our namaz. We can't even remember when the last time we read our namaz with the jama'ah, with humility. With sincerity, we can't remember that. And my dear Islamic brothers, if we can't remember what we have to do on the day of judgment, then how are we going to? It's not only one person, there might be 10 people standing up. Then there will be fire. There will be that blazing fire, and you will all be thrown into that. May Allah Azza wa Jal save us from the fire of hell. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, narrates a beautiful hadith. He says a beautiful hadith. Hazrat Sayyidina Muslim bin Hujjaj Kushari, in his famous Sahih Muslim, he narrates this hadith. Who is a poor person? If I say to you, who is a poor person? Majority of us, we will say that someone who doesn't have money, someone who doesn't have wealth, he is poor. Well, my dear Islamic brothers, this same question was posed to the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to the companion, do you know who a poor person will be on the day of judgment? And the companions, they said, Wallahu a'lam wa thumma wa rasuluhu a'lam. Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they know best. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he replied, it is that person amongst my ummah who on the day of Qiyamah this person. And the Prophet ﷺ, he further on, he says that these people, all these victims, they will come forward and his deeds, his good deeds, that person, that Hadisa, that Hafisa, all them, high-ranked people in the community, because they have done something which they should not have done in the dunya. They swore at someone, they hit someone, they held someone ransom. These people, they will stand on the way. Allah Azza wa Jalla will say to them, how many good deeds do you need? And these people say, Ya Allah, we need so many good deeds. And the order will be given, take his deeds and take them. Whatever deeds you need, take them from his account and go into paradise. And that person will be left with sins only. And when his good deeds are finished, someone else will come. And he will say, Ya Allah, I want revenge as well. And Allah Azza wa Jalla, he will say, give your bad deeds to him. So his bad deeds will be given to that person. And then the order will be given to him, now go and enter hell. He will be thrown into the fire of hell. In the dunya, he was well respected. People kissed his hands. People respected him so much. But because of that mistake, because of what he did in the dunya, my dear Islam brothers, the Prophet ﷺ, he says, it is that person who is poor, who is going to have so much good deeds on him, yet on the day of judgment he will be bankrupt, meaning that he will have nothing with him. Just imagine today, Islam brothers. Today, if we all look into our book of deeds, how many good deeds have we got? We can't. I personally, if I think to myself, it's going to be very hard for me to think when was the last time I did something good for the pleasure of Allah. My dear Islam brothers, if that is what we have to do on the day of judgment, give our good deeds, and we only have a few. And if we give all them good deeds, we'll be only left with our bad deeds. And then because of other people, we'll be carrying their bad deeds as well, and then we'll be thrown into the fire of hell. So my dear Islamic brothers, we need to understand and we need to think to ourselves today. Like the brother said in the bayan earlier on, we need to look who we are hanging around with. We need to think who our friend is. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he says that you are on your friend's religion. If you have a good friend, you will have a good religion. If you have a bad friend, my dear Islam brothers, that bad friend will take you away from that good religion. If you have a friend who doesn't come to the masjid to read his namaz, and you hang around with him, okay, you might say, yeah, I don't smoke. It's my friend who smokes. But I only hang around with him. Because of that hanging around, for how many days or for how many hours are you going to resist that temptation? For how long are you going to resist that? One day, you are going to start smoking with him as well. The next day, you will be smoking drugs with him. The third day, you will be ending up like him as well. My dear Islam brothers, we need to save ourselves.